Hi, before you watch this video, please go down and ask me a question in the comments. I'm about to film a really big nursing Q&A for my next video, and I would love if you could ask me a question about anything nursing related. It can be exams, uni, relationship, friends, anything to do with uni and nursing. Please ask me in the comments below. Thanks! Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to tell you 7 facts about nursing that you probably didn't know. In fact, I doubt you did, because when I was researching for them, these facts, I was shocked at every single one. So I hope you enjoy this video and stay tuned to the very end, because there's really good 7 points, in my opinion. Number 1 is, according to discovernursing.com, there's over 100 different professions that nurses can go into, and this means that it's so customizable that you have your registered nurse, and then from there's 100 different ways nurses can go into. And I just find that fascinating. Like, there's 100 different types of jobs, that actually 104, that nurses can go into after being a registered nurse, which is crazy. That just shows the extent of where we can go as a nurse, which is very exciting. And yeah, that point made me be like, what? That's crazy. So I hope I did that for you too. Number 2 is that nurses on average walk 5 kilometers per day on a 12-hour shift. This I completely believe. This is probably the one I was least shocked about, because yeah, we'd walk a crazy amount up and down those stairs, to and from wards, running around trying to get medication, bringing patients downstairs, upstairs in lifts, everything. I'd say 5k is about right. And especially think about if you walk to work or placement as well as doing 5k on a 12-hour shift. That is a lot of steps, which is really good, because I find it hard to exercise if I'm on long days. Like, when I get back, I don't really want to be going to the gym. So to know that you've done probably 7k in total from if I walk to placement and back, and then the 5k on the ward. So that's nice to know that you've at least got your steps in without going to the gym or without having to run around or things like that. Number 3 is that there's currently 639,000 nurses in the UK. That is a crazy amount. Over 500,000 nurses in the UK at the moment. This has gone up 150,000, I think, since 2010. So within 9 years, it's gone up a considerable amount, and we're still in shortage for nurses. So this just shows that within the next 10 years, where is it going to be going? Especially with all the new hospitals being built around the country. It's going to be a crazy amount of nurses needed, and that there will be, hopefully, when we all graduate, we can have jobs, which is amazing. That's probably another thing I should have mentioned. This can be a bonus fact. Definitely where I'm at uni in University of Southampton, we're 98% employable 1 year after graduating, which is insane. Think about that compared to other courses which don't have half as high of an employment rate. So that's something that we should be really, really grateful for. As going into this profession, you're never going to be short of a job. And no matter what job you want, like I said in the first point, there's always going to be something that will probably interest you. As long as nursing is what you want to do and you're fascinated by it and it drives you, then there's always going to be a job you can go to. You could change jobs every year if you want and still have never... Oh, that's so cool. You could change jobs every year for the whole time you're working and still never run out of jobs you could do. Wow. Okay, number 4, apart from our bonus point, is that there's such a thing now as surgical care practitioners, and I find this fascinating. These are nurses who are more likely senior nurses who have gone and done extra training to become surgical care practitioners. And this is where nurses, they're no longer registered nurses, but they're no longer under the NMC, I think. They're more to do with medics and surgeons now. But when they do their training, they're under direct supervision from surgeons, and these are surgical care nurses oh, bless me, who do surgeries. So for instance, carpal tunnel syndrome surgeries, they do that, and then also surgeries for skin cancer, and I know they do cardiac related surgeries as well. There's multiple different surgeries you can do, and there's different courses you can do for different types of surgery. So there's the cardiac care surgeon course you can do, and then there's probably general surgery you can do, which I think this is fascinating, because until my friend mentioned it to me, I had no idea about it. And I know people might wonder where you can do these courses. I know the University of Plymouth does the cardiac nursing one, because that's what my friend wants to go in and do after she qualifies. So yeah, that's amazing opportunity, and so hands-on. Who would have known that nurses could do surgery? It's crazy. And actual surgery as well, not just really basic, like quite complex as well. Now there is such thing as nurse-led general practices, which is such a good step in the right direction, especially with our decrease in the number of GPs. Nurse-led practices will take away the pressure from the GPs, and also it's a great opportunity for nurses to use their clinical skills, and also just, yeah, amazing. There's one in West London, and there's a lot of them in London, I know, but the one in West London, which I was researching about, there's 2 nurses that run that, and they have obviously extra training to be able to run a general practice, and they both did the nurse prescribing, so they can actually prescribe medicines. There's no GPs on the premises, it's just 2 nurses, and they cater for over 5,000 patients a year, which is the same amount as any other surgery, which is fantastic to see that nurses are taking that next step. And yeah, it's amazing. That's something I think I'd be interested in. What about you? Leave it in the comments where you want to work after qualifying. I'd be really interested to know. Number 6 is 11.4% of registered nurses are male currently. And this might seem like a tiny amount, but brings me on to my next point. Currently, 1 in every 10 hospital nurses are male. 50 years ago, 1 in every 100 hospital nurses were male. That's my point 7. So these kind of link together, 6 and 7. I just want to touch on the male nurses thing and just say that it is improving, and people think it's still not where it should be, and it's still not. I'd love to see complete equality where it would be 50-50, but I think generally more females are aspiring to be nurses. And this isn't because males wouldn't be good at it or anything, it's just not seen as a very male dominated place, community. But I think this is changing, and I think in the future we'll definitely be seeing a lot more male nurses, which I think would definitely change the whole. Yeah, it would just be amazing to see more male nurses in the hospitals and in the community. And I know in mental health there is quite a lot of male nurses, primarily, but also in adult nursing and children's nursing, it would be fantastic to see. There's actually one nurse who was crowned the UK neonatal nurse of the year, and he was a male, and he was the only male in his ward at the time when he joined. And now I think loads more people are joining him because they've seen him as kind of a role model, which I think needs to happen more often, that males can look up to a male nurse and say, that's what I can do too, I can do that. And in schools as well, to kind of push it as an option. Something I'm quite passionate about. So I think in the future we'll definitely see more male nurses, and I think it would be amazing to integrate it into society of nursing and join our community. So I hope you found these 7 facts interesting. I'm sure I did when I was researching them. And I hope everyone's having a great day. It's really sunny here at the moment in Southampton, and I hope it is where you are too. Really nice to talk to you again. Bye!